Macbeth is a dagger to the heart of human nature, exposing the darkest corners of ambition and desire that we'd rather keep hidden. This play's enduring power lies in its unflinching portrayal of how quickly the lines between good and evil can blur, leaving us questioning our own capacity for destruction. Macbeth's haunting relevance makes it a work that will gut-check you, and that's exactly why we need to dive in. The play's historical and cultural context is just as dark as the story itself. Written around 1606, it was a time when the English throne was still reeling from the aftermath of Queen Elizabeth's death and the ascension of James I, who was also King James VI of Scotland. This merging of thrones created an air of uncertainty, and Shakespeare tapped into that unease, crafting a tale that explores the very fabric of power, ambition, and the human condition. Consider the character of Macbeth himself, a man driven by desire for the throne, yet simultaneously haunted by the moral implications of his actions. His inner turmoil is akin to being lost in a dense forest, where the path behind is obscured and the way forward is treacherous. It's this complexity that makes him one of literature's most compelling figures, a man whose flaws are as relatable as they are devastating. The influence of the old masters, like Seneca and Holinshed, can be seen in Shakespeare's work, particularly in the themes of ambition, fate, and the supernatural. But what sets Macbeth apart is its masterful use of language, which cuts through the noise like a well-honed blade. The witch's prophecies, for example, are a prime illustration of how Shakespeare employs ambiguity to create an atmosphere of foreboding, leaving the audience questioning what's real and what's just, a product of Macbeth's fevered imagination. One of the most striking aspects of Macbeth is its exploration of the psychological effects of trauma and guilt. Lady Macbeth's descent into madness, for instance, serves as a stark reminder that our actions have consequences, not just for others, but for ourselves. It's a theme that resonates deeply, like the echo of a gunshot in a quiet forest, leaving an indelible mark on our collective psyche. The critical reception of Macbeth has been varied over the centuries, with some viewing it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition, while others see it as a nuanced exploration of human nature. The scholar Janet Adelman, for example, has written extensively on the play's use of imagery and symbolism to convey the destructive power of desire. Her work offers a compelling glimpse into the ways in which Macbeth continues to influence our understanding of human psychology and behavior. The character of Macbeth is a prime example of how Shakespeare masterfully crafts complex, multi-dimensional figures that defy easy categorization. His famous soliloquy, "Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow," is a stark illustration of the crushing weight of guilt and responsibility that can consume an individual. The way he grapples with the consequences of his actions, torn between his ambition and his conscience, is a powerful exploration of the human condition. This internal conflict is expertly mirrored in the play's use of imagery and symbolism, particularly in the recurring motif of blood. The dagger of the mind that Macbeth sees before him is a potent symbol of the psychological toll of his actions, while the actual bloodshed that permeates the play serves as a stark reminder of the brutal consequences of his decisions. It's a technique that recalls the old masters, like Sophocles, who used similar devices to explore the complexities of human nature. The influence of Macbeth can be seen in countless works of literature and art that followed. For example, the 19th century novelist Mary Shelley was heavily influenced by Shakespeare's exploration of the darker aspects of human nature when writing her classic novel Frankenstein. The way Victor Frankenstein's creation serves as a symbol of the destructive power of unchecked ambition is a direct nod to Macbeth's own downward spiral. In terms of critical reception, Macbeth has been the subject of intense debate and analysis over the centuries. Some critics, like the scholar Harold Bloom, have argued that the play is a prime example of Shakespeare's mastery of the tragic form, while others, like the feminist critic Julia Kristeva, have explored the ways in which the play subverts traditional notions of masculinity and power. These varied perspectives serve as a testament to the play's enduring complexity and relevance. One of the most fascinating aspects of Macbeth is its exploration of the relationship between language and reality. The witch's prophecies, with their deliberately ambiguous language, serve as a prime example of how words can shape our perceptions of the world and ourselves. This theme is echoed in the play's use of metaphor and imagery, which often blurs the lines between reality and fantasy. It's a technique that recalls the work of modernist writers like T.S. Eliot, who similarly explored the power of language to shape our understanding of the world. Theirs is a partnership built on mutual ambition and a deep-seated desire for power. The way they feed off each other's emotions, goading and manipulating one another to commit atrocities, is a stark reminder that even the most seemingly strong individuals can be swayed by the influence of others. The scene in which Lady Macbeth goads her husband into committing the murder is a masterclass in psychological manipulation. Her use of language, peppered with insults and belittling comments, serves as a catalyst for Macbeth's descent into darkness. The way she questions his manhood, implying that he's not capable of carrying out the deed, is a clever tactic that preys on his deepest insecurities. This dynamic is echoed in the work of other authors who have explored the complexities of human relationships. For example, the novelist Patricia Highsmith, in her classic novel, The Talented Mr. Ripley, creates a similarly toxic dynamic between her two main characters. The way Tom Ripley manipulates and exploits those around him, using his charm and good looks to get what he wants, is a chilling reminder that even the most charismatic individuals can have a dark side. In terms of critical reception, Macbeth has been subject to a wide range of interpretations over the years. Some critics have viewed it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition, while others have seen it as a nuanced exploration of human psychology. The scholar Stanley Cavell, for example, has written extensively on the play's use of language and its relationship to the human condition. The play's use of imagery and symbolism is another area that has been subject to intense scrutiny. The recurring motif of blood, for example, serves as a potent symbol of the destructive power of violence and the corrosive effects of guilt. The way the characters are haunted by their actions, unable to escape the consequences of their deeds, is a stark reminder that our actions have repercussions that can last a lifetime. This theme is echoed in the work of other authors who have explored the aftermath of trauma and violence. For example, the novelist Cormac McCarthy, in his novel No Country for Old Men, creates a similarly bleak landscape in which violence and bloodshed are never far from the surface. The way his characters are haunted by their past actions, unable to escape the consequences of their deeds, is a chilling reminder that the effects of trauma can be long-lasting and devastating. For example, the filmmaker Akira Kurosawa, in his classic film Throne of Blood, adapted the play into a Japanese context, exploring the themes of ambition and power in a feudal society. The way he uses imagery and symbolism to convey the destructive power of desire is a direct nod to Shakespeare's original work. Macbeth's enduring power lies in its unflinching portrayal of human nature, a mirror held up to our darkest impulses and deepest fears. It reminds us that the line between good and evil is often blurred, and that even the noblest among us can fall prey to the corrosive influence of ambition and desire. As Macbeth himself says, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. These words echo through the centuries, a haunting reminder of our own mortality and the impermanence of human achievement. And yet, it is in this very darkness that we find a glimmer of truth, a reflection of our own struggles and frailties. Macbeth's story is our story, a testament to the enduring complexity and depth of human experience. Like this episode if it hit true. Share it if you respect honest talk about books. Subscribe because we'll do this again. This is Ernest, signing off.